I now request Mr. Rahul Surana to please stand. Rahul Surana is an alumnus of Hyderabad Public School, a commerce graduate from Bazooka College, and he passed out of VJIM in 2001. Rahul is the MD of Screens India. He is responsible for expanding pan-India basis with exports. Under his tutelage, Screens India has been the only OEM to cater to the largest crushing and screening machinery manufacturers in India, and amongst the top 3 manufacturers of wire mesh screen pan-India basis. And he is holding on to that, and the company is holding on to that position since the last decade. Also in this unorganized sector, this company carries its goodwill with its own registered brand, Screen More. Rahul has immense experience in building brick and mortar businesses from scratch and scaling up fast to reach greater heights. This urge has led him to venture into new creations and start Luxurio, a 5,000 square feet plus showroom at Banjara Hills, which in 2 years is a registered trademark with their company, Screens India. Being socially very active, Rahul also has his eagerness to give back to the society. He is the Vice Chairman of Jain International Trade Organization, member trustee of Mahavir Hospital and Research Center, an active member of Young Indians, CII, and Junior Chamber International. He is passionate about child education and has got a school adopted through the organization Mahavir International, in which he is an active member. VJIM congratulates Rahul Surana on his achievements. May I now request you to please come to the podium. Congratulations once again, Sachin and Rahul. May I request our chief guest, Mr. Rajat Pooja, to deliver the convocation address.
Good morning. Usually I'm like Elvis, so if you know Elvis, so he could not speak, he could not sing without dancing. I could not speak without moving, but this is my time, I have to go and dance. So dear colleague Durga Prasad, retired IPS Vice President, Vignana Jyothi, Shri J.S. Rao Garu, General Secretary, Vignana Jyothi, Shri K. Harishchandra Prasad, Chairman, Governing Council, and Shri Durga Prasad Garu, Director, VJIM, proud parents, relieved faculty, and above all, the graduating students of the VJIM class of 2022. I guess you are pandemic babies, right? Okay. So let me begin this address with a celebration. My heartiest congratulations to the latest graduating batch of this fantastic Vignana Jyothi Institute of Management. I really would like us all to applaud the hard work and achievement of the students whom we have seen receiving their graduation certificates and proudly moving their tassels from left to right. It's a very moving moment, and I do want to congratulate the proud parents, the teachers, and the management of this renowned institute. Thank you, J.S. Rao Garu, for your extremely considerate, thoughtful, and memorable introduction. I'm not too sure if you witnessed that, but you can check the video. I was drinking water after he delivered his speech for me. He introduced me. He was like so much. So, well, this is by far the most serious few sentences I've ever spoken on a stage, because I'm an entertainer. It's not easy for an entertainer to remain very serious about things. But that's what is expected from me. I have to be serious here, being the chief guest of such a blessed event. wait a second. To be real or to fit in. Hold your thoughts while we march on. This is going to be a very interesting speech, talk, whatever you want to call it, where some people will just be wondering, what is this guy talking about? You know, but dear students, this is your day, you know, and I hope you relate with what I'm going to say here. And this is my story. I could always take some inspiration from Elon Musk of the world, or Kennedys of the world, or Gandhis of the world, but I thought, like, let me tell you my story, because, you know, that I'll have full faith in, and but then you can always ask them why these papers, if it's my story, because I have, you know, I have myself within 20 minutes or so, right? Otherwise I'll go on and on and on and on, right? 17 days, 20 days, and still 1/3, 1/4 of my life. So I can't resist to tell you a very interesting story. You know, when I decided my entrepreneurial journey, and had very limited funds and resources. I was an employee before and all that, and I was still living in the US when I started, you know, my entrepreneurial journey, but here in Hyderabad, as somebody mentioned, Hyderabad my home. And somebody mentioned about my dog also. Thank you very much. I don't know where it came from, but great. So my house name is Art, actually, AART. That's the initials of all the family members. If you T, they stand for Teddy. That's my dog. So I was telling you the story. So when I started my entrepreneurial journey, and because of the shortage of fund and stuff, one man gave us the roof, which was, we were 18 people back then, and he gave us a 40-seater office for free, you know. And the man who's nothing less than a legend, Mr. Suresh Babu, you know, who's part of BJIM. So you're lucky that your resume will forever be associated with his name in some way or the other. What's there to learn for all of us from this thing, right? Suresh Babu, legend, Rajat Uttar, nobody, right? You know, so that human beings, the living beings, we cannot grow without symbiosis, the mutualism, right? Your journey starts from today, or already started, as I've heard. Many of you will touch the sky, but never forget to uplift and support those who are around you, who can be successful but need a chance. Probably you can help. Why not? You know, standing here and speaking in front of you is very selfish act of mine. You know, as being a gamer and entrepreneur, how many of you play games here? Pretty awesome, super. So we always look for energy points, health packs, and to keep going. And I really can sense the same excellence and energy in this room. So I'm a kind of nice, suck this energy from today to continue my younghood. You know, it's always such a privilege to be in the company of young and successful students here. Your zeal and dynamism fill me with such optimism about our collective future. And हमारा तो business ही youths का है. So and being around youths give me an opportunity to always be on top of my game. So yes. So I'm the first generation entrepreneur in my family. As you've heard that we're a doctor's family, everybody, we were a joint family of 20 to 18 doctors. You know, and that's the only thing fed in my life. You know, and I was good at studies, so why not? So, and those very few who could use this hobby. So I generally compare myself to Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohlis of the world. Like they get paid to play cricket, the sport they worship. I'm here, standing in front of you. I play games, you know, for a living. I make games for a living. I'm actually getting paid or earning from my, you know, passion, you know, what I actually live for. But the biggest advantage of this is, you know, is that whenever I'm playing, and which is pretty much when I'm at home all the time, and my wife comes and says, like, stop this, I always say, I'm researching, right? So in the name of research, I can continue, because more I play different games and stuff, more I learn, and that's how I grow. So that's the, you know, the perks of continuing your passion, you know, something what you love. So yes, if you follow your passion, the universe will guide you to the ultimate success. I'm a true believer. So when I decided to opt for engineering, skipping, you know, coming out of MBBS from a very fancy college called MMC, Vignana Jyothi Medical College, and getting into Delhi College of Engineering. So my house back in Jodhpur was on fire. They used all Chanakya Niti, Sam, Dam, Dandapes, to change my mind. But I was adamant, I'm a Korean. So, and I pursued what my heart told me. My college project was not a banking or a library management software, it was a game. And at the same time, back in 1995, I had the audacity to release the game on EarnNet, which is Education Research Network, which connected all the colleges and stuff and all that. And back in 1995, that game got downloaded by 78,000 people, which even today is a pretty respectable number. Of course, for long, I was an outcast doing some wild stuff there. Nobody understood what it is like. Some people used to come to me and say, "Shadi ka card bana do." Because you do deal with media and this thing, so like all kind of, and so I was the family, for long, nobody understood me. But then, after some time, I became kind of family favorite. America chala gaya bachcha. And my family never stopped appreciating me since then. But the true realization of success actually hit me, and hit me really hard. When my dad actually told me before he expired, before he died, that, hey, you're so successful, you've been around, and I said, okay, then the thing is that I was always working, I was always hustling, and I was doing, I was just seeing each day as it's like, progressing forward, but never looked back when I started from. My dad actually showed me the aina, that where I started from and where I reached, and that was the true realization that actually I did something in my life. I went after my passion, I stayed focused, I dreamt big, I didn't give up, I stayed updated about the technological advancements and used them accordingly, and finally I'm here in front of you. Thank you for inviting me here. Another interesting story, again, that's just a lesson of, there's no limit to how big your dreams are. When I was young, I used to play games relentlessly, I still play. Again, remember the name of research, right? And there are a couple of games I was just crazy about. Age of Empire, anyone? Okay, awesome. So Age of Empire and Doom, right? I keep calling myself the product of Doom. I sent mails to the creator of these games, but never got any reply. The Age of Empire creator and Doom's creator. In fact, I sent a mail to John Termark and John Romero, who are the creator of Doom game. And I told them that I'm ready to mop the floor. I just want to be around you. Just don't pay me anything. I just want to be close to you, and I want to understand how you think. Fast forward to 2013. That is back in 1997-98. Fast forward to 2013. I hired the creator of Age of Empire in my company, and worked with the Doom creator, John Romero, very, very closely for our games, Speedy and Savage. So never limit your dreams. Similarly, never let anything block your imagination. In the times like this, where information is available on the touch of the screen, or a gadget called Alexa or Google Home tell you every information which there is, imagination is your biggest weapon. There's an interesting story about a guy who used to work in our one of the game studio we were. He was a great game programmer. You know what? He used to come on a bicycle to the studio, which is amazing. But he used to have a chauffeur or a driver for his bicycle. He never used to ride it. He always had a guy bringing him to the office. He used to get down during the lunchtime. That guy used to come, take him around like, what? He's like all kind of weird, right? And that's what you like to believe so, And I always used to think, kya banda hai? But one fine day we were discussing, like technology and all those things, and we were discussing, what is going to be the technology in the future. We were discussing how we wanted to achieve in our life, what we wanted to achieve. That dude told us he wanted to build something where you just give inputs and the game will be ready. Like I can say, just bring a few candies of different colors, swipe, and you get some score. I'm talking about Candy Crush here, and the game is ready. Look at it now. 2023, these technologies exist. We have text inputs and the games are created. We give that so many technology. We have something called Brahman, which we have created. We give text input, it creates a 3D scene and all those kind of things. So, so we actually laughed back then. That was in 2006. So now, what is there to learn? Someone was mad enough to think of these as possibilities, that something like this is possible. The world thought he was mad, but he was actually unique. His imagination was absolutely unique. The ordinary norms of the world should not affect you. If I did an exercise very recently, I asked some kids, 40-odd kids to come here and draw a house on this whiteboard. Everybody came with a dabba, this thing on that, and a window and a darwaja, and some people were creative enough to carve a road outside. Why not igloo? That's also a house for some people, right? We don't think of those things. We have a set norm. We need to go beyond and above and actually put those things. So the world won't have changed a bit if someone didn't step up the game, if everybody was comfortable and didn't feel the need of changing anything. I would have been shouting in front of you if nobody thought of these microphones, right? I would have been walking from my place to here if nobody thought of how we can make life simpler and better for people. So whatever you do, a job or your endeavor, never stop finding innovative solutions, to make your life simpler. So I'm asked to stand here and give you gyan as the world sees me as a successful entrepreneur, but let me tell you that all I can do is to inspire you with my story and my journey, but my situation, my time, my resources, my everything is or can be